Budgeting can get complicated, but in this video, I'm going to give you simple 9 budget categories to help simplify your budgeting and make your finances easier. Stay tuned. Hey guys, it's Fo from MamaAndMoney.com, where I teach you how to make and manage money to become financially free. In this video, I'm going to be sharing 9 simple budget categories that you can use to manage your money. Now, like I said, budgeting can get very complicated. In fact, I've even written a blog post that shares 90 budget categories that you can use to manage your money. Now, personally, I like to have a line item for every penny that we spend money on. So that means we have an exhaustive budget that has lots and lots of budget categories. But I know for some people that can be a bit overwhelming and can actually defer you from actually creating a budget. So I wanted to simplify it for you and only give you 9 budget categories that you actually need to manage your money. Now, this is going to group a lot of those expenses together, so it makes it a lot more easier for you to manage your budget so that you can stay on track. So let's hop into those 9 budget categories for your finances. Category number 1 is giving. No matter what, whether I have 90 budget categories or only 9, number 1 is always going to be giving. I truly believe that when you give, you will receive. Now, we don't give with the intent of receiving, but we know that that is a principle that works. So giving is number 1. Personally, we like to dedicate 10% of our income to tithing back to our church. Now, whatever you choose to do when it comes to giving is your business, as my sis Tabitha Brown would say, but I will definitely encourage you to always have a line item that you have money set aside for giving. So the first category that you should include in your budget categories is giving, whether that's to philanthropies or charities, whatever it is, give and it shall be given to you. The second budget category that I think you need to help simplify your finances is housing. So this would cover things like your mortgage, your rent, maybe even HOA fees, home insurance, that type of stuff. Again, this covers your mortgage and rent, but think about things like taxes as well as home decor that you may want to buy. So have a budget category set aside for anything dedicated to your home, or if you're renting, maybe your apartment. So that is your home or housing category. The third category that you want to have is food. You want to make sure that you have money actually set aside and planned out for food. Now, this can go into 2 different buckets. It could be dining out, so if you go out to eat for dinner or lunch or anything in between. And then it also can be set aside for groceries, so shopping for the food that you will later cook throughout the week. Either way, have a category where you put money aside for your food, and within that, you can kind of figure out what's going to go to groceries and what's going to go to dining out. The third category is transportation. So this would cover things like your car payment, any public transportation fees that you need to pay. It could cover your car insurance. It could cover taxes for your vehicle. It covers fuel, anything that's related to you getting from point A to point B with some kind of vehicle or transportation mode. You need to have money set aside for that. This really comes in handy when you have to make any repairs on your vehicle. You'll already have money set aside in your budget to help cover those expenses. So don't forget about your transportation. The fifth category is personal. So this includes like your personal items if you want to go shopping or if you want to go out for entertainment. It includes anything that you want to do for your hobbies. So anything that's personal to you, things that are not included in your housing or dining out, these things will be included in your personal expenses budget category. So make sure you set aside money for those things that you want in life and things that you want to enjoy. The sixth category is utilities and living. So this includes things like your cell phone bill, electricity bill, gas, water, everything that has to run within your house that's not included in your rent and mortgage. So have money set aside for those day-to-day or monthly expenses that are required for you to actually live. So your living expenses. The seventh category is medical. So it is definitely important that you have money set aside for any medical expenses. Now, here's the thing. You can leverage tax deferred accounts like an HSA account or an FSA, but I definitely encourage you to also put some money aside in cash to have on hand for, those quick medical expenses or things that you have to pay for. So remember that you have to pay for medical coverage. You may have to pay for doctor's visits and copays. So if you don't have an HSA or an FSA, you make sure that you have something set aside in your budget for for it. The eighth category that you want to have is debt repayment. So if you have student loan debt, credit card debt, or any other type of debt that you have to repay, you do want to have a budget category for that so that it is top of mind and that you're actually making a payment on that debt. And last but not least, you want to have a budget category for saving. So you want to be intentional about putting money away for saving in an emergency fund or in a sinking fund, which is where you're saving money for a specific type of purchase that you want to make in the future. Either way, you want to have this as a line item in your budget so that it is top of mind. Personally, we put it underneath our giving. So immediately after giving, we like to put money away for savings, which is essentially paying yourself first, as some people like to call it. But make sure you have a budget category set aside for saving and for those individual items or things that you want to put money aside for. Now, if you want more information about these non-budget categories, click the link in the description to head on over to the blog to read even more about these categories and the type of items that will fall under each one of them. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and comment below if you found it helpful. Now, if you want more mama and money tips, don't forget to subscribe. I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye.